Снова продолжаем играть в Empire. На этот раз мы будем играть за Галли. Почему думаю, что Кали?
Agent Smith from the
Правильно,
FBI
Галли.
is here. We're still in
Да.
charge of the investigation, so please cooperate with him.
При чувстве незримого при активации способности учуять невидимого вам достаточно посмотреть на персонажа, не являющегося человеком, чтобы узнать его природу. Кроме того, вы сможете обнаружить следы, оставленные сверхъестественным существом, и узнать о нем больше. Хорошо. Я тебя понял. Так, посмотреть.
He was decapitated. It was a pretty clean cut.
Ну да, тут катанка уже заточена.
A signet ring with a beaver on it. More went to MIT.
О,
The flesh is burnt around the bullet hole, over a wide area. He was shot at point-blank range, no doubt about it.
вот что у нас тут?
There's a retainer here somewhere. Moore's driver's license.
Так, море, Джейсон. Так. Деньги. Че, все что ли? Ладно. Так. Ну, рыбки неинтересно.
One of the weapons is missing.
Что у нас на месте? Ага. Тут... Хреновс.
This sort of formal decor might impress Boston high society, but not me.
Гуляк какой-то, а?
Come on. It'll pass. Don't worry.
When I knew him, he took better care of himself. What's going on with him? There are bloody prints on these bags. Are you all right?
Yeah, just a little faint.
I was expecting it, but then... give me a minute, and I'll head back.
The sight of blood. We've all been there, haven't we?
No. Ugh, what a stench. Oh, there are blood stains on the garbage chute.
Так, наверное, будет вниз надо спускаться.
Who'd leave that lying
Вот сейчас
around?
спускался я еще.
The dinner of a mortal who's at the end of their rope.
Так, что мне надо? Соберите отчет о совете примагенов. Фильда, Даян, Дэрил, доктор Ричард.
Why is the FBI interested in Moore?
His name came up in several financial investigations we're working on. Lydia's life seems to revolve around June and her home in Costa Rica, with Jason often absent.
Так, август. 7-го навести девушку в Сан-Хосе, 10-го прощай Коста-Рика, 15-го сводить Джунова в рисование, 17-го купить новую книгу улицы Кэтрин Бергман, 22-го в 10 утра новый архитектурный проект для Бостонского музея. В экстренных случаях набрать Пуравита.
The apartment has changed since my last visit. Somebody slept here.
Сначала надо совсем попробовать.
I have to question him.
He's still freaked out. I don't think it's the right time.
Так, полиция, босс, участок 4. Секут Патрибус Сит Деус Новис. Первый в стране. Написная книжка. Полицейский Таля Хейсон. Итан Адамс, 60. Консьерж дворецкий. Хорошие отношения с Мурами. Присутствовал на месте происшествия. Мур вернулся около 2 часов назад. Ночи. Раненый с телохранителями. Нужно больше свидетелей. Но мистер Адамс был потрясен. Чувствует вину и считает, что мог сделать больше. Преданный, дружелюбный, старомодный, педантичный и профессиональный. Ага. Так.
Mr. Adams,
Давай поболтаем с тобой.
No. This can't be happening. What a nightmare. So much blood.
I've got a few questions.
I tried to help him. I told him we should call 911. I told him.
Давай величимся.
Sir, listen to me.
Спокойно.
It's all right. Calm down. You're safe and you did the right thing.
I did the right thing.
I need you to answer a few questions for me.
Yes, of course. What do you want to know?
Так.
Did you know Mr. Moore well?
We weren't friends, if that's what you're asking. But we got to know each other. With time. He was a creature of habit. Since he worked late, he would often ask me for things at night. A newspaper, batteries, ice. I think he asked me for just about everything. I prided myself on always being able to get what he needed, no matter what time it was. You'd have thought he pretty much lived after dark.
Like his clients. Did Mr. Moore have many visitors?
For a man with his status, it was nothing surprising. But, well,
Yes.
his visitors mostly came in the middle of the night. I must admit, that's a little unusual.
That's what working for us is like.
He told me he had a lot of foreign clients, and he had to juggle different time zones. That's what working from home is like. He had colleagues over for late-night meetings, too. But since little June was born, not as many people came around.
That was wise. Did he have any enemies that you were aware of?
No, he was a very respectable man. No bad company or anything.
Except for us. Without any disrespect to the deceased, were you aware of any extramarital affairs he may have had?
Mr. Moore was a good man. He would never have disrespected his wife, or even contemplated it, I'm sure.
She could have been okay with it. There were no young women coming and going.
That's a very inappropriate question. I don't want to talk about this anymore.
Do you know his wife?
Mrs. Moore is a model resident. She always has something nice to say to the staff, and is the first to welcome new neighbors, too. A true lady.
Do you know where she is?
Mr. Moore told me she'd gone to their home in Costa Rica. She goes there pretty often. She's an architect, and she likes to work in her home country. She has family there.
Do you think anyone could have been so angry with her that they could have taken it out on her husband?
Oh, no. I don't think so. It's true that lots of people could have been jealous of her. But not to that point.
Член. No.
I imagine the girl left with her mother.
Так, давай с дочкой.
Not at all. It was the start of the school year, and Mrs. Moore left 2 weeks ago. I haven't seen her since Monday, when Mr. Moore took her to school on the first day. She must be staying with a friend. Poor little thing. Thank heaven she wasn't here.
Do you know his bodyguards?
Yeah, there's Jack, James, and Wu. But you won't hear me singing their praises.
Why not?
Oh, they're good at strutting around and acting tough when everything is going well. But where were they tonight? Can you tell me that? That was their job, right? They were paid to protect him.
What do you mean by acting tough?
More than once I overheard them talking to Mr. Moore, like they were his boss. The world upside down.
They worked for us, just like your dear Mr. Moore.
I hope they won't find another job anytime soon.
Tell me about the evening again, please. What happened tonight?
Mr. Moore left with his 3 bodyguards earlier in the evening. One of them got in the car, and Mr. Moore came down around midnight.
And then?
They came back around 2 a.m. Mr. Moore was limping. He was leaning on one of his bodyguards, and he was bleeding.
Was he injured?
I told him I could call an ambulance or a doctor, but he didn't answer. I went closer to insist, but Wu told me they were in control of the situation, that it was no big deal. They went upstairs, and I saw drops of blood in front of the elevator. I told myself they were being unreasonable. What did those 2 goons know about it? So I called Mr. Moore on the internal line several times.
Did he pick up?
Not once. So I went upstairs and rang the doorbell, but nobody answered. So I went back down to the front desk and I called you.
The lieutenant told me there was an access to the basement.
Yes, using the service elevator through the kitchen. You need a magnetic pass to use it. I gave the spare to your colleagues who wanted to go down there. I still have the original. Do you want it?
Please. Thank you for your statement.
You have to find out who did this, officer. Justice needs to be done for him. And for his family.
And we need to find out who's messing with us. That's what we're here for. You can count on us. Stick around in case we have more questions.
Так, наград за дело. Так, магнитный ключик.
You managed to calm him down. I thought that would be impossible.
Yes, and he was able to answer a few questions.
Так.
They wanted to bring a little vacation back home. That must remind him of Costa Rica. It's a whole way of life there. Slow down and enjoy things, in contrast to Jason's life.
Так, теперь я
A
могу...
real jungle in the heart of Boston. A truly peaceful oasis.
Другой серии,
I
самый
warned
изучал,
you,
показывает.
Jason. God, did I warn you?
Бог-свидетель. Сказал вампиру. Бог-свидетель.
We destroy
Смешно,
all
смешно.
that we
Кого он
touch.
Бог тут еще? Так, давай сейчас кого того выпьем. Все, иди сюда.
Meet me there.
Of course.
Даже анимация кривая, ну что такое? Ну зато я обнулил себе. Так, дисциплины. Ага, охота. Так, чуть увеличил. Так, значит, так. Я сказал через кухню. Потом кашель. Так, он сказал через... Ага, это кухня. Понял. Или пока не сюда. Еще пойду пошарю.
Looks like Lydia's
Так,
planner.
читал. Так. Пойдем наверх, значит. Ага. вот
Jason,
как
Lydia, and June. A little family all together. And in large format. June, who looks more like Jason than Lydia. Jason, proud of his family and his success. Lydia, radiant and beaming. His MIT class ring, right where you can't miss it. The same one I saw on the body.
Так, теперь пойдем наверх, там пошаримся, а потом зайдем через кухню. Купальное помещение.
My sire always said that at a prince's court, like in a game of chess, you must know when to sacrifice your pawns.
Any news, guys?
We're waiting on CSU for that.
8, 9 и 7. Так, Талер is in love
Oh?
with you. А, где тут порядок?
There.
Так, Тайлер из Love with you. Тайлер любит тебя.
The diary of an 8-year-old girl, June, Jason's daughter.
Так, бабуля подарила мне тебя и сказала, что я достаточно взрослый, чтобы иметь свои собственные секреты. Буду писать у тебя каждый день до завтра. На улице дождь, мне скучно, Мэг не пошел в школу, она заболела свинкой, Мэри сразу стала вызывать ее страшной тупицей. Мэг играет на мамином телефоне без спроса, она сказала, что и мне можно поиграть на папе, но я пытаюсь подсмотреть, как он его включает, никогда не получается. Мэг вчера плюнул в стакан Мэри. Очень смешно. Так, получилось. Я увидел, как папа это делает. Вчера я
There.
смогла написать Мэг прямо из игры. Я перерисовал узор, в котором папа включает телефон на свою доску, чтобы не забыть. Скорее бы получить свой телефончик. Папа хочет подарить мне его в первый учебный день, но мама против. Вот у Мэг без телефона, он говорит, что видел, чтобы она не расстраивалась и не проводит с ней время. Она у нее уже год по 2 Рождества, дня рождения, как мне все это надоело. Ура, мы едем в лесной домик на месяц. Папа тоже поедет. Он сказал, что он обещал. Мэг хочет, что красиво взять его с нами, но вряд ли. Мне кажется, что он не очень... Так, наконец дошло послание Мэг. Правда, со своим телефоном я бы справился быстрее, ничего себе. Далее меня выиграл. Даже не знаю, что о нем подумать. Так, бабулина... бабулита подарила мне браслетик на ногу с синей черепашкой.
There.
Минут, он хочет, чтобы я ходила на уроки серфинга. Но не дурацкий, я лучше посижу дома. Мама вообще стала какой-то нервной. Дорогой дневник, я грущу. Вчера мама сильно кричала на папу и даже поплакала. Он не приедет, надоело. А что он
Poor
постоянно
kid.
врет и заставляет маму плакать. Он говорит, что все из-за того, что он много работает. И что если бы знала, что так и будет, то послушала бы бабулиту. Иногда бабулита говорит плохие слова о папе, а я притворяюсь, что не слышу. Вчера видела Мэг и
Interesting.
ее няню на парке. На следующей неделе она поедет в Италию вместе с папой. Повезло ей. Она сказала, что привезет мне брелок, потому что папа всегда покупает ей то, что она хочет. Вот везучая. С субботы за мной присматривает Мария. Папа сказал, что мама уехала заниматься домом в лесу и отдыхать у бабулиты. Я заплакала, потому что мама не будет здесь в первый учебный день. Но папа сказал, что зато мы купим телефон. Я
There.
так рада. Хочу такой же, как у Мэг. Дорогой дневник, мне надоела пицца. Из-за нее болит живот, и папа не хочет готовить. Он совсем ничего не делает. Я сильно скучаю по маме, потому что она готовила мне макарошки. Я нашла конфеты на кухне и все съела, а папа все грустит. Я поссорилась с папой, он не пускает меня в гости к Мэг, а Мария уже надоела. Она пахнет, как у бабулиты в шкафу. Даже со мной не разговаривает. Я заплакал и сказал, что скучу к маме. Папа разозлился, тоже заплакал. Так что я пошла к себе в комнату. Он сказал, что мама сейчас спит. Скорее бы вылезть, уехать и открыть пекарню вместе с Мэг. Так, и тут 43 656. Ага.
June's whole life in pictures. June celebrating her 4th birthday. Jason and June, probably on a beach in Costa Rica. June dressed up for Halloween. June's whole life in pictures.
Так, какой там 43 656. Если что помню. Что-то не сходится.
There.
Ага. А вот и... А вот и символ. Пять восемь шесть три. Жум. по букву М. Вот если телефон его найти.
Did you inherit your mother's artistic talent, June? Did you inherit your mother's artistic talent,
Я
June?
там.
You must be Smith.
Yes.
Rickman.
Have you found anything?
Not yet. This is the girl's room. There's no sign of her. I guess that's a good thing.
I'm going to take a look around. Let me know if you find anything.
Okay, Smith.
A bathroom with a shower and a tub. June's father spoils her.
Find anything?
Nothing yet.
Так,
Oh?
ну, вроде тут ничего нету. Ну, дальше. Ну, наверное, надо будет телефон где-нибудь найти.
I've never been in this part of the apartment before. Jason, Lydia, June, in Costa Rica, I think.
Не знаю.
Poems in Lydia's mother tongue.
Дочь цветов. Так,
Beryl, will you
зачем
ever
так это
change?
было?
I understand better now. The prince asked more for a complete report on the members of the Primogen. Someone tossed a bunch of stuff in this bag, in a hurry to leave.
Ключик машины. Ага. Так, он все северная. Пускай будет. Так. Использовать. Ошибка по зоне свыше. Связанность.
The number you have dialed is not in service.
Так. Ну вот интересно.
The number you have dialed is not in service.
Ну, видимо. Ну-ка, досье.
Bottle of disinfectant, obviously handled by someone who was bleeding.
Так, ну по-любому, если позвонить можем. Тут сейф, вот что-то опять меняется. Да, теперь это рождение Джун.
Lydia was killed. It's not pretty.
Да. Ты знаешь, что надо сделать, не знаю, где твоя точка. Дэрил, Ангел.
Dad? Thank you, thank you, thank you! The man you sent to pick me up from school told me I was going to see Mommy! And I'm so happy! And sorry about yesterday, okay? I'm so happy! Thanks, Dad! You're gonna come join us this time, right? XOXOXOXOXO!
Good evening, Jason. I need you tomorrow night at Nakatomi Plaza. We are getting the family together, and I would like to tell them about our agricultural and food business plan. Round up the numbers and bring them with you. Obviously, this invitation cannot be refused. B. Jason, my cousins didn't show up after all. Stay home if you haven't left, or meet me at Hazel's house if you want. Call me back and tell me where you are.
Дата день рождения Джун.
A cell phone. Locked, of course.
А когда он день рождения?
Poems in Lydia's mother tongue.
А как я узнаю, когда он день рождения? Я ж не знаю.
A drafting table. That must be Lydia's desk.
Касса полвида. Ага, это уже ее телефон. Опа, тут другие уже переписки. Код цепь поменялся.
Dad gave me a phone this morning for the first day of school. He surprised me, and I'm coming to see you tonight. Don't tell Abuelita, it'll be a surprise to her. And Dad's coming too. I can't wait to get there. XOXOXOXO.
Damn it, Lydia. I can't do it without you. If you could just see June. I can't tell anyone. I'm not gonna make it. I'm sorry. I apologize for everything. I should have left. The three of us should have gone. Stayed at Pura Vida the way you wanted. I'm so sorry for what they did to you. I'll always love you, Lydia. Forgive me. Forgive me.
Так, ну это получается... Что это получается? Это получается... ничего не получается. Он ей написал, скинул сообщение, когда она уже была мертва. Ага. Так. Куда это идет? Что иду? Это кухня. А. Так, это делать не джун. А, я понял. Типа отсюда потом их идти. Так, смотрите, отчеты. Я доторю читаю. Открыть домовиться.
Interesting.
Ugh, what a mess. A fortress security catalog. They install highly secure rooms.
А тут вижу 29.
The ghoul who was searching here was looking for something specific. Nobody told me there would be a retainer here.
Дай пройти.
What are you playing at?
Oh, I beg your pardon?
Don't mess with me. Who are you?
Calm down, Mr. Bazori. I meant no disrespect. I work for the council.
Why would the council have sent her without warning me?
Most of the time, they send me to clean up.
Are you behind this?
No, I got here after it happened.
What's that file you've got?
Oh, an account file. Have it. Here you go.
Okay. Let's see how much she knows. All right. What have you found?
Oh, I'm a little embarrassed. I'm not really allowed to talk about my missions.
Да ты охренел, курица. Почему ничья? О, успех.
I don't have time for this. Give me what you have.
What I've got. Of course, sir. Here. That's everything.
You made the right choice. Tell me exactly what they asked you to do.
I got a message at 2:20 telling me to go to this address. I was supposed to pick up more and some financial documents. After that, I was supposed to wait for further instructions.
Read the message you received.
I don't have that phone.
Что не так-то? Почему каждый
Come
раз?
with me. Too risky.
Well,
I hope I'm not going to have any trouble.
do what you have to do. I'll talk to the prince about it later.
Very well, Mr. Bazori.
Son of a bitch wasn't messing around. Have you seen all that cash?
Deeds, stock portfolios. Moore doesn't just manage the Camaria's business.
Специальный документ.
Dijon, are you making plans in case things go south? Or are you planning to leave us?
Так, осталось двое. Хильда и доктор.
An auction. Acquisition of Lot 87. Dijon Siaka. A trumpet belonging to Don Ellis.
Так, это безопасная зона.
This is where I met Moore for the first time.
I'd rather not know how much that's worth.
I need to see you there.
Okay, sure.
Как мне интересно, как будет пропустить. Да что ж такое-то? Купил уже пацку, все. Отдыхай, отдыхай. Я хотя бы восстановил. Тут где-то сейф должен быть. 22-я планирующая организация Балтийского региона. Ремонт и приобретение лота 6548.
A souvenir from the Hong Kong Stock Exchange. Human logic is beyond me. What's the point in doing that? Nice collection. Working for us has its advantages.
Что у нас тут? Китай есть. А что, рублей нет?
Lydia and June at the beach.
Что это? А, это, наверное, то, что я взломал. Так, куда-то пропал, звук не ответил, оставьте сообщение, общий корабль стоит помощь. Нужны файлы, Джейсон, нужны файлы, которые ты должен был мне прислать еще неделю назад. Не знаю, что это происходит, но отправь их мне. Подтверждение бронирования. Забронирован чартерный рейс, больше другого активного самолета по маршруту Бостон-Гонконг. Были 4 сентября. Больше ничего. Так, это я читал, по-моему. Да.
It was my greatest pleasure before. Now everything tastes like ashes.
Officer Baker, can I help you?
Were you the first person to arrive at the scene of the crime?
Yes, sir. My partner and I were the first to get here.
Just tell me about it.
We got the call around 2:20. The caretaker had called because a resident was injured. It took us about 20 minutes to get here. The poor guy was in a panic. He told us he'd seen one of the tenants, Jason Moore, enter the building, and he looked hurt. He was being held up by his 2 bodyguards, and he was bleeding a lot.
Did he see the wound?
Yeah, he said the victim was holding his right hip. So I went upstairs with the caretaker. We saw blood in the elevator and on the landing. I rang the doorbell, but nobody answered, so the caretaker opened the door. I identified myself. There were traces of blood leading down the hall away from the entrance, and just after that, I found the decapitated body.
Did your partner come with you?
No, he stayed in the foyer to secure the entrance to the building.
Did you touch the body?
No. There was nothing I could do to help him, so I secured the scene. I put my gloves on to take his ID out of his jacket pocket so we could identify him. Then I called it in.
Where was the caretaker during that time?
I told him not to come inside, but he followed me. When he saw the corpse, he was really shaken. He wouldn't let go of me.
Then what did you do?
I called for backup. They told me that forensics would get here as soon as they could. They were out at another case. That was their top priority.
After that?
I secured the entrance to the apartment. After that, I searched the ground floor. There was nobody around. But from the looks of things, somebody searched the apartment. When Sergeant Lehane got here, she took care of upstairs. It's a good thing, too, because it took everyone else another 15 minutes to get here. She didn't find anyone there.
So there's no sign of the family then?
Nothing. The place is empty.
That's it?
Oh yeah, the guys in the parking lot said they saw one of Moore's cars leave after he came home. Hey, do you think the wife was in cahoots with one of the bodyguards to get rid of the husband?
I'm listening.
Well, a lot of times in cases like these, it's the spouse who did it. What if the wife was having an affair with one of the bodyguards? She packs up her and her daughter's stuff while her lover lures the husband into a trap somewhere. For some reason, things don't go according to plan. He comes home injured and figures out what's going on. He attacks his wife, and the bodyguard kills him to protect her with whatever he happens to find. Makes sense, doesn't it?
Not bad. Keep digging, Baker.
Так, магнитный ключ.
Live stock prices. I had fun for a while too. At first.
Дай пройти жизнь.
I should put some money on that.
Так, ну вроде тоже все смотрел уже.
A Boston manufacturer's files.
Видел.
Portfolios of old shares.
Так, ну вроде здесь все, наверное.
Did you find anything?
I'm still looking.
Still looking. All right, no problem.
Так, я... Тоже был. Так, у нас кухня.
Fine vintages imported from Europe. Moore knew how to treat his guests.
Ну, вроде все, да, отлично. Здесь мы спустимся. Сейчас на парковку, там проблема.
Can you take a look at the cards, please?
I'll run the plates.
Hey, mister. You can't go into the parking garage. It's a crime scene.
Agent Smith, FBI.
Oh, hi. Officer Norton. Hey, they didn't tell me you were coming down.
Got something?
Wyatt saw Moore leave at 2:25.
Wyatt?
The parking attendant, part security guard, part valet. Anyway, a car that belonged to the victim left in a hurry. Or at least he thought it was Moore, until he found out he got his head cut off. There's skid marks on the ground and signs of a minor accident at the exit. He must have really been in a hurry.
He?
What?
You said he must have been in a hurry. You're saying it was a man.
Oh, no, it just slipped out without thinking. It could have been a woman. Do you think it was the murderer?
We're not sure of anything at this point. I've got a few questions. Where's the witness?
Wyatt? He's in the security booth over there. He's super nice. I don't think you'll need to question him again.
You mentioned skid marks.
Yeah, they're very distinct. They start from his parking space and go all the way to the exit. They clean this place twice a day, so there's no doubt they're fresh. The driver peeled out of here in a hurry.
And you said there was an accident near the exit.
Yeah, minor one. Broken headlight, paint marks. He must have had a hard time handling it.
Do we know what kind of car it was?
Yeah, we called it in. It's the victim's sports car. Wyatt said there's only the sedan left.
Did you find anything else?
No, that's it. Since we're still waiting for forensics, we gotta be careful. But you know how it is, right? Let me know if you have any other questions.
Так, понятно, что... Зря ключик взял.
Nothing yet.
О, на Хильду.
Hilda's planned for everything, even her eventual end.
Остался доктор Ричард. Типа это Мерседеса. Или осталось только седан. Тут нет его машины уже. Лучше все смотреть.
Even starving, I wouldn't touch that. Even starving, I wouldn't touch that.
Понятно. Кровь желудок, но не пьем. Не видел ничего. Так, посмотреть.
There's nothing in it.
Слабокровные часы. Ваш соперник не может усиливать навык, пока вы усиливаете свой. Я успех не смело. Типа... Выход, а мне нужен security.
Hello, Mr. Bizori.
You must be mistaken. I'm Smith, Agent Smith.
Yeah, sure.
Do I know you?
Everyone knows who you are.
Is it just me, or are you pals with all the cops around here?
Let's just say I'm pretty intuitive. You know what I mean. In the years you've been hunting us, you've acquired a hell of a reputation among our kind. I didn't know you would come. I'm not looking for any trouble. I didn't do anything wrong.
Just who the hell are you?
Me? I'm nobody. The name's Wyatt Alvarez. I was embraced 5 years ago.
A thin blood. I spent years hunting them when Quentin King ruled Boston.
Unfortunately for me, the blood of my sire was already weak. So I can still catch glimpses of the sun, but I don't have actual powers.
Who created you?
His name was Victor, but he died last year.
Do the kindred know you exist?
Yeah. I followed the rules, but the prince told me he never wanted to see me again, so I try not to make waves. I try to help out, here and there. I'm hoping someone will notice one day, and I'll be allowed to become a true kindred.
That's not very likely, if you ask me. I hope it works out for you.
I'm doing what I can. Actually, if you could put a word in with the prince, I'd be eternally grateful.
I don't get involved in that kind of thing.
Of course, obviously. But seeing as how I'm already working for your child, Mr. Underwood, I thought that maybe...
You work for Beryl?
Yes, I also work at a red salon, a couple of hours each day.
What do you do there, exactly?
Cleaning, mostly.
What are you doing here, then?
I thought it was a pretty cushy gig. It leaves me with a lot of spare time, even while I'm on the job. And it also means I can live at night.
Are you involved in what happened up there?
Not at all. I swear. I've got a sweet job here. I'd never risk it.
So what happened?
I've got no clue. My shift started at 10 p.m., as usual. The sixth floor attendant left around 11. At midnight, one of Mr. Moore's bodyguards came down to get the car. They were going to a party, apparently. I didn't see them come back. Then, around 2:20 or so, one of Mr. Moore's cars went flying out of here. It hit the wall near the exit.
Did you recognize the car?
Yeah, it was his sports car. The only one like it here.
Did you see who was behind the wheel?
No, it's got tinted windows. I thought it was Mr. Moore at first. But from what happened upstairs, I doubt it now. Hey, were you the one who...
You really think if it was me who did it, I'd be standing around here trying to figure out what happened? What can you tell me about Moore?
I saw him a lot. He's the tenant I got to know best because of his working hours. And he was the most generous when it came to maintaining his cars, too.
Anything in particular about Mrs. Moore?
Yeah, I see her every once in a while. Sometimes I see her with a girl, coming back from vacation. Sure is good they weren't here tonight.
What makes you say that?
Well, Mrs. Moore's car. I haven't seen it in the garage for weeks, and she's the one who took the girl to school. Mr. Moore told me they were on vacation, and he was going to go join them soon.
Did you see the bodyguards today?
James came by earlier this evening to move Mr. Moore's car, but I haven't seen them since.
Hey, what kind of cooks have you got in your trunk?
Oh, I see you've found my little treats. I haven't got much there. There have been a lot of orders lately.
I must still have some of that rust elixir left.
That'll be all for now.
At your service, Mr. Bazori.
Да, хуй нудный.
An old glass bottle taken from the trash.
А, так это его машина была.
Even access to the trash is restricted
Я
here.
не смог опять переворошить мусорные баки. С тебя будет оставить крышки открытыми. Некоторые из нас есть дела.
Locked. I have to find a way to open it. No, that's impossible.
Просто они все испачканы. Скорее всего. Как его открыть, как его открыть? Может, ему чутик спустить?
Did you want something else?
О,
How do you open the dumpsters in the garbage room?
What dumpster?
The dump... Are you toying with me?
No, but the cops already looked. There's nothing there.
Open it.
Mr. Bazori, I promise you won't find anything there. And I can't open it anyway. It's for staff only. Why do you want to go through the trash anyway?
There were some traces of blood on the garbage chute in the kitchen upstairs. Somebody tossed something, and I want to know what it was.
Oh, that's why. I understand. Listen, we're just gonna forget this conversation ever happened. And
Excuse me? You didn't just try to corrupt my memories, did you?
oh, no. I'm so sorry, Mr. Bazori. I shouldn't have. I know. How can I make it up to you?
Before I get really angry, do you want to tell me what the hell is going on?
I'm scared, Mr. Missouri. Scared of what you're gonna think when you see what I've been doing in there. I didn't mean any disrespect.
You're not doing a very good job. Get a grip, man.
Yes. Yes, Mr. Missouri.
Open it now.
Just promise me you won't touch anything. Some of my stuff is in there. Please, don't touch it.
I've already wasted enough time with you.
I can't just open the door for you like that. I really can't.
Really?
You've got to understand. I can't let you see what's inside.
I've been sent by the Prince of Boston. Do you really think I owe you anything?
That's not what I meant.
You talk too much. Open the door.
Right away.
All right, it's open.
Wouldn't you rather tell me what you're hiding in there?
Well, I cook a little. A guy's got to survive. I don't have to tell you that. I don't make a whole lot of money here.
What do you cook?
Oh, a little of everything. But I've got all my stuff in there. And there's some pretty rare ingredients.
Rare?
Yeah. And kinda illegal, too.
Such as?
In some recipes, well, I use vials of kindred's blood, for instance.
Whose blood?
Well, it depends on what I can find.
Okay, but what have you got right now, exactly?
If I tell you, can it stay just between us?
You're not fucking going to start again.
Okay. Okay, I managed to obtain some of Quentin King's blood.
But of course, this guy's the perfect patsy. I almost pity him. King answered the beckoning at the same time as the rest of the city's elders. It can't be his blood.
One more thing, boss.
Don't call me that.
I hope we'll meet again, Mr. Missouri.
Вот тварь, блядь, а. Свои же сородичи, блядь, да? Так, ладно, давай всех. А, что, нужно открыл что-то?
Oh. I wasn't expecting to see you here. Woo.
Так, телохранитель
If it was a
одного
bodyguard who died in the lobby, where the hell is Moore? Nothing of interest. Nothing. Why, it's makeshift lab. And it's not meth.
Так,
Rusty cans. Who would want to take that? Empty soda cans. Old chicken feet. A shoe with worn-out leather. I wonder what he's cooking with that garbage. Who would want to take that? Empty soda cans. Garbage. Nothing of interest.
а, теперь можно то открывать. Так, есть ничего.
Ugh, packaging to be recycled. Nothing.
Все, что? А, давай к этому вернемся.
How can I help you, Agent Smith?
I went through your trash.
So? Are you interested in one of my ingredients?
That's not really what I've got a problem with.
What?
You didn't tell me about the man's head in a plastic bag.
What? But what the hell? Is it more?
No, that head belonged to one of his bodyguards.
But it wasn't me, Mr. Missouri, I swear. I don't know anything about it.
Ладно. Ничья. Давай. Вот, сука.
It was one of our servants.
Oh, yeah?
Do you know what that means?
But it's not me.
There will be an investigation. It belonged to someone, Wyatt.
Of course. I hope you'll find whoever did it.
You don't seem to be too worried.
Well, yeah. I didn't do anything. And if you had anything on me, you wouldn't be trying to intimidate me. Happy to help.
Ладно, черт с тобой. Так, расходы приняты. Так, у нас остался доктор Ричард.
Do you know if a backup's on the way? It should take a long time.
Английский был оригинал. Как?
Any news, guys?
Nothing yet.
А, ну больше делать не нечего.
A vehicle ran into the wall. Agent Smith, FBI.
Oh, hello. McLean. Can I help you?
Just a few questions. Do we have access to where the trash is kept?
No. There's no garbage room that I could find.
Well, you missed it, but...
Just ask Wyatt about it. He'll know for sure.
Moore had several cars, right?
Yeah, I think so. But you better talk to Wyatt about that.
Your colleague mentioned an accident that happened tonight. Do you know anything about it?
Oh, no. Not yet. Wyatt told us everything he knows.
You questioned the caretaker when you arrived?
We didn't have to. Wyatt told us everything we needed. He's a real team player. If you want to find out more, you should talk to,
Wyatt.
Oh, so you know him too?
No. Что там, да, надо поговорить. Кто тебя поговорил? Так, что мне надо делать, получается? Так, с ним поговорил, так. Ладно, пока закончим, потом посмотрим, что будет дальше. Я остановлюсь.